Everybody, we'll go ahead and get started with Coach Van Gundy. Jen Hale, you can lead us off, followed by Todd Graffinini, and then we'll open it up to the floor.
Coach, congrats on the win. What worked so much better with the offense tonight?
Jen, I have no idea. We played with better pace and energy. The ball moved. Guys made shots. It had nothing to do with me. I'll tell you that. It was, guys just played the game better tonight. I thought we attacked the basket a little bit more, 54 points in the paint. I thought we did a good job there, put more pressure on their defense, which also created some better looks from three. So, it was a lot better tonight. I just think guys played the game better.
And certainly your bench gave you some much-needed effort. What was the key to their success this evening, especially Nickeil Alexander-Walker maybe facing off against his cousin?
I think the key to Nickeil's success is that his coach let him play a little bit.
Well said, Coach. Thanks.
Coach, you're ringing the new year with a solid win. Look, you had 7 in double figures. You held Oklahoma City to 80 points, but I just thought the play of Eric Bledsoe, especially in the first half, kind of set the tone. He was very aggressive and really settled into the game, and I thought everybody else followed suit after that.
Absolutely. That's who Eric Bledsoe is. He's a great attacker, one of the best in the league. We saw that tonight. He made good decisions. He always defends. It was good to see him attacking the way he did. We got really good guard play tonight.
Well, Coach, you had some adversity. Brandon Ingram got ejected in the second half, and you don't know how the team's going to react, but it obviously rallied the troops, and they went on a run and put the game away with your best player in the locker room.
Well, and we only got, 18 minutes or 17 minutes and change out of Zion tonight. Mm-hmm. So it was a night where a lot of guys had to step up and play well, and they did. Really good in that regard to see other guys contribute as much as they did.
Hey, Stan, Christian Clark here with Noel.com. Eric had a few baskets at the rim, Nickeil and Lonzo as well. Just how important to the offense is just guards, willingness to drive it in there and try to finish at the rim.
Yeah, well, we need to attack. We need to drive the ball to score. We need to try to get a few more cuts to score. It can't be just Zion and Brandon attacking. And so tonight I think we got more guys in attack mode. I think that was a lot better.
What's up, Coach? This is Will from The Athletic. Just what exactly was the explanation they gave you on the BI ejection and just what they came over and told you?
I didn't really ask for one. I thought it was – I didn't see the play on tape, Will, so I don't know. They said he wound up and followed through. So that was the explanation. Didn't even seem like a flagrant to me, let alone a flagrant 2. I was a little surprised if they would have come back and said 2 in the ball. That's sort of the way the league has gone over the last couple of years. But man, to have a flagrant 2 and say he was ejected. When the guy first said 2 to me, when Jonathan Sterling, I asked the call and he said 2, I thought he meant just 2 shots. I thought it was just going to be a common foul. I really did. He said flagrant 2. I was like, oh, okay. So, yeah, it wasn't a good moment for us, but our guys overcame it well.
Hey, Coach, it's Andrew from ESPN. Just what would have been your thoughts of Nickeil's play in the last 2 games? I know you joked about, his coach finally being able to play him, but what have you thought about his minutes on the floor?
They've been good. He plays with a good energy level. I think he's made some really nice strides on the defensive end of the floor. I've got good trust in him there. He can definitely score the ball. The turnovers have to come down. I think that was, a problem in his rookie year, and it's even as well as he's played, it's been a problem in these 2 games. So, that's the area, especially as you get into close games and things, which he really hasn't been in yet. You got to take care of the ball. 3 turnovers tonight, a couple of the other night. That's got to come down. But his energy, his ability to score the ball, and I've been happy with his work at the defensive end of the floor.
Hey, Stan, Scott Kushner with Noel.com. Happy New Year. The ability to finish the way that you guys did without Brandon at all. I think you guys held them to 2 points for the first 6 minutes of the fourth quarter. The game was never really in doubt, despite, Zion and foul trouble and all that. Like, there was some adversity there. Do you take anything away from that, or is it just it's a win and let's move on?
Yeah, I mean, the main thing is it's just a win and let's move on. We're early in the year. We're trying to get better. We'd obviously been struggling offensively. It was good to see the ball go in the basket a little bit tonight. It was good to score some points. I thought our defense was pretty good overall. So it was just a good night, and we need to keep moving forward. The games come fast and furious here. You're playing every other day. You just got to get some rest and get ready for the next one.
Yeah. Hey, Coach. Doug Luther, TV. You mentioned the points in the paint. Plus 20.
Hey, Doug, I can't hear you.
Oh, can you hear me now? 1, 2. 1, 2. No.
Can you turn up your volume or something? No, it got worse, Doug.
Let's go back over to Will.
What's up, Coach? This is Will again. You mentioned Eric's play tonight. What did you think about Lonzo and just maybe him playing a little bit more aggressive? I think he had a season high in assists tonight. Just whatever you saw from him.
Yeah, and I think where his assists come from, I mean, not all of them, obviously, but he had the one really nice lob to Zion. But when you're getting downhill and attacking, you're forcing help. You can make plays. So that's something that he's gotten better at. He wants to improve at that. I think he's serious about it, but, it's habits, and we want to just keep him on the attack more and more and more. Thought he had a couple good ones tonight.
All right, Stan, take 2. Can you hear me? Any better? No.
Yeah, I can hear you now, Doug, I think.
Oh, there we go. All right. Plus 24 in the paint, plus 18 rebounding. Are those categories you would expect to be good at? I mean, is that sort of who this team could be? I'm guessing you're happy about those numbers, right?
Yeah, and that's how we have to play. Listen, I mean, we're a I was saying to the coaches the other day, and we're a throwback NBA team. We're big and strong and physical, and we're a team that's got to attack the paint. And so those numbers have got to be good. We've got to offensive rebound the ball, and we've got to keep other people from scoring into paint. That's just who we are. And that's how we're going to win. And, I thought from a defensive standpoint, look, I know a lot of people are going, and there's going to be nights that people probably 3 us to death. And, they had 11 threes at halftime and only had 47 points. So, if we don't give up points in the paint, if we don't foul people, if we don't turn the ball over, we're going to have a chance every night. And those are big things for us. And, yeah, they were 3 us, and it was like, oh, my God, are they ever going to start missing? It was like the Toronto game opening night. But, I don't want to I don't think it's going to tell my fellow coaches anything they don't know. I mean, that's how you're going to have to beat us, I hope, is you're going to have to go in and make a lot of threes.
Hey, Stan, Scott Kushner, one more time. The game in Phoenix was so lopsided one way. To be able to come out and respond as well as they did, is that meaningful for you? You haven't seen this team go through necessarily something like that where they played so badly to then come back the next game and put together a pretty complete effort. Does that matter to you when you're kind of trying to judge exactly where this team is or how far they have to go?
I mean, that's a great question and actually a great point you're making, Scott. Jen before the game asked about, how do you get them ready emotionally? And I said, and I was being honest, I really wasn't worried about that. I think this is a resilient group. I think they come in every day legitimately trying to get better. And I didn't have any doubts they'd be ready to play. You don't know how you're going to play, but I didn't think there would be any hangover effect at all. And I think it speaks well of them that they came and played at the level they did tonight against the team that has been playing really well early in the year, as you guys know. Every game they've had has been really close. And so to come in and play like that tonight after the Phoenix game, yeah, it was great. It shows that, hey, listen, in this season, the games are coming quickly. You got to be able to let go of the last one and get ready for the next one. I mean, that's going to be a key, I think, for everybody this season, the whole next game, last game thing. is going to be important. I mean, I've got a really good friend who's a Major League Baseball manager. Now he's a bench coach for Baltimore, Freddie Gonzalez. And, we talk all the time about the differences between the sports. And that's one of the things he says about baseball, because they play every day. You have to learn to let it go. I'm not great at that, but our players, I think, are. And they let it go. They came and worked. They got ready for this one and, put Phoenix in the rearview mirror.
Hey, Coach, this is Ollie with the Bird Rights. Did you say anything to the guys after Brandon got thrown out? Because it sure looked like Lonzo really took it upon himself to basically become really more aggressive, drive it in the lane, and either get shots for himself or play make for others. Or was it just the guys rallied around that event?
Yeah, I didn't say anything to him. I simply subbed into the game, and we kept playing. I mean, I just kept coaching. I didn't. There was no emotional, moment. No win one for the Gipper there for me. That was just, us playing basketball. So no, I can't take any credit for that. Our guys responded well to it.
Thanks, Coach. Have a good New Year.
Great. Thanks, Coach. Appreciate it.
All right. Happy New Year.
That's right there.
All right, we'll go ahead and get started with Stephen. Christian, you can lead us off, please.
Hey, Stephen. Christian Clark here with Null.com. Eric came out and was very aggressive to start this game. Just what did you think about his play, particularly early on?
Sorry, what was the beginning of that, bro?
Eric Bledsoe was really aggressive to start this game, attacking the rim. What did you think about Eric's play in this game, particularly early in the game?
Oh, it's huge, man, because we need him to attack, especially just downhill in the paint, because that will just free up everything else, right? So, I mean, and it's also just been, for the past games, it's always been one of those things where I'm going through it too. You're trying to find your spots, right? Because you're trying to do the right thing, and then you're not sure if, all that sort of rubbish. So it was good that he knew that he had to just go at it, right? And it turned out pretty well, you know what I mean? Worked out well. Obviously, there's room for improvement from all of us, and Stan will find something.
What's up, Steven? This is Will from The Athletic. What was the key to you guys just gaining a better rhythm on offense tonight, over what you guys have dealt with the past few games?
Yeah, it was just – I haven't seen the film, but from what it felt out there, I felt like we were attacking. We were getting downhill a lot. We were touching the paint. Guards were coming off the screens downhill, getting to their jumpers or whatever. It seemed like a lot more threats. Which then again it just kind of builds, right, and then it just opens up other things. And then I thought the bench came in and they're really, really good, energy and making the right plays. Is that enough? That's enough of a quote, mate? No? Okay, good.
Hey, Stephen, Jenny Carlson with the Oklahoman. I know you've never been one for sentimentality, but the fake crowd noise cheer for you that went up when you got introduced. What was your reaction to that? And then you've never played in an NBA game where the other team had on Oklahoma City's jerseys. Was that at all weird tonight?
It was. First off, it was one of those. It was a cool thing. Yeah, you're right. I'm not that sentimental, but I still have obviously a great appreciation for the city. They've welcomed me. The people here are amazing. Just kind of. And even just like learning about the history of Oklahoma and stuff and how just the community embraced me and stuff, it's been awesome. So it was more like a deep sense of gratitude and pride and whatnot. So outside of all that kind of smushy stuff, it was weird when I was at the tip ball because I don't know, something just hit in my brain where I was just like, tip ball, and then I turned and looked and I just seen New Orleans, and I tipped it to New Orleans, and I thought I did the wrong thing. It was just like this weird moment. I was just like, oh, I don't know. Lonzo's okay. And then got him from there. It was a bit bizarre, but it was good. It was good fun.
Steven, you mentioned the job that the bench did. Well, how important was Nickeil tonight as far as coming in and getting to the basket and doing the contributions that he made?
Yeah, again, when any of the guards come downhill and are aggressive and just making the right play, that's just great. It just opens everything else up. We found on film that if you're rather passive with this stuff, defense don't have any problem. They don't have to. There's no pressure on them to kind of make a mistake, So yeah, the guards together did a great job.
Yeah, Stephen, Christian Clark, just one more time. Stan has mentioned a few times he's still kind of searching for that balance of, we want to go and get out in the fast break and run, and then, still keeping turnovers low. Just, what was your sense of, that balance tonight of getting out of the break, but also taking care of the ball?
We try and take care of the ball every single bloody time, but again, sometimes you got to risk it, And then it's one of those ones too that if it goes well, great. If it goes wrong, then you're going to get in trouble. So we have to kind of minimize those and really pick and choose when we're going to do those ones, right? But other than that, we're a really good team in transition, So the more we could run, misses or makes, then that's what we'll bloody try and do,
Hey, Steven, it's Scott. Sorry, Steven, Scott Kushner from NOLA.com. Does it mean anything to you guys that you got to be able to bounce back and not kind of carry over the effort from Phoenix and immediately put that behind you and go out and win a game? You guys don't know each other all that well to kind of know that you can, fight through that and get past something like that so quickly. Does that matter at all?
It matters to the point where would rather win than lose, if that's what you mean. That's a much better outcome. You know what I mean? So, but if you're talking about like progression as a team and what we're working on, it's always good to win and then progress in those ones. Does that make sense? Because that's what the good teams do, right? They don't really just waste games. You'll get better, but then also you have to win as well. So we're trying to be that team. I'm not sure if that answers your question though, but winning's good.
Close enough. I'll take it.
Great. Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
Hey, Steven, this is Ollie with the Bird Rights. I'm not sure if you saw the play where Brandon Ingram was thrown out, ejected, for a flagrant 2, but was anything said between you guys after he was thrown out? Like, did you guys try and motivate yourselves? Did you guys, try and, let's rally around and win this one for BI type of moment?
No, it wasn't so much of like a kumbaya moment. It was more of a just go down and do your job sort of thing, But it wasn't like a actual moment where we were like together. Like it was just, look, mate, you do your job. You come in, you do your job, and it's fine, So, yeah.
Great. Thanks, Steven.
Brilliant. Thank you, eh?
All right, we'll get started with Nickeil. Will, you can lead us off, please.
Still on mute. What's up, Nickeil? This is Will from The Athletic. Just what's been your mentality these last 2 games, finally getting the opportunity to play and just being able to show what you can do?
I think these last 2 games, trying to get into my rhythm, bring energy off the bench, just play hard, let the game come to me, stay solid. I just kind of gone with the flow of the game, exerted myself, been aggressive. The more aggressive you are and confident when you play, the easier the game becomes. So I've just been trying to do that.
Jen, go ahead.
Nickeil, tonight, how much satisfaction does it give you to be able to go against your cousin and pull out a win like this? Does playing against him give you some extra motivation?
I mean, for sure. It's first off, like, just glory to God for the opportunity. I mean, it's something we dreamed about being kids, and we talked about it and came to fruition. So I'm just happy that I'm here and happy that he's here on this level, on this stage, and leaving 2020, a year that's been crazy, being able to say that I played against my cousin, like a lifetime best friend in the NBA, it means a lot to our families as well. And so I'm just glad that both him and I can be on this stage.
And Nickeil, it's Andrew from ESPN. How the minutes themselves didn't necessarily play any effect in the outcome of the game the other night against Phoenix, but how did those minutes kind of help you, I guess, get back into get into a flow a little bit easier tonight against OKC?
You just build up confidence. The more you play, the more comfortable you feel, the more things slow down for you. So that's what I'm just trying to do. Let the game slow down for me, and just being aggressive and asserting myself so I can find what my flow is and what my niche will be.
Nickeil, this is Jim from Pelicans.com. One of the things that seems like you've gotten better in your game is just finishing around the basket. You had a couple crafty layups. I mean, people know that you're you've been ambidextrous and you've been able to score around the hoop, especially in college. But is there something that you figured out or something that you've been able to do to get better at that part of your game?
It's definitely been a focus in the summer and that off season, whatever you want to call it. It's definitely been something I want to improve on. Getting in the paint last year, I would say wasn't the issue. It was just what I did when I got there. And so I made sure that I was able to do different finishes, worked on that, making moves on the big, being aggressive, being strong with the ball, taking it to the backboard so they can't get to it. Just like little deceptive moves and so forth. Trying to feel comfortable when I got there, and the repetition from the summer with Olin just kind of helped. Just kept building confidence for me, and it's starting to show.
Hey, Nickeil, Christian Clark with Noah.com. Steven mentioned one of the things he thought the guards, all you guys did well tonight was just get downhill and get to the rim. What does that do for the offense? When one of you guys as ball handlers are getting to the rim like that?
I mean, it puts pressure on the defense. I mean, anytime you can get into the paint, that's what everyone doesn't want. And the fact that you can do that and multiple guards can do that, it makes us a dangerous team. And so it makes Steven's job easier as well, him being an offensive rebounder. And if his man has to step up constantly because we're putting pressure on their defense and forcing rotation, there's no one there to block him out. Or if it is, it's a smaller guard, which makes it ultimately easy for him.
And Nickeil, Jenny Carlson with the Oklahoman here in Oklahoma City. I'm curious about you being as close as you are to Shea, him being in even a more elevated leadership role this year. Have you seen a change in him? Have you sensed a different mentality, a different approach? Did you notice anything in the summer, the off season, working with him, anything like that?
Being around him, like pretty much my whole life, I started to see what is behind closed doors or what was before start to come out now. Just who he is as like an alpha. For as long as I've known Shea, I've known him to be an alpha. He's going to stand out. He's going to be who he is, and he's confident in who he is. And I think with this team, it's allowing him to do that. It's allowing him to talk more, be that leader on offense and defense, and kind of like he's done, try to keep their team in every game. And so far, they've pretty much been to the wire with every team. And so, like, we knew coming in, we're going to have to really play against them because they weren't just going to roll over. And attribute to their team and how he's been playing and how he's been leading as well.
Great. Thanks a lot, Nickeil.
Thank you.
All right, we'll go ahead and get started with Bled. Christian, you can lead us off.
Hey, Eric, Christian Clark with NOLA.com. You guys were able to bounce back after a tough offensive night in Phoenix, find some rhythm. Just what was clicking on the offensive end for you guys?
We just focused on what we had to do. We didn't want to bring New Year's in with a bad game. So I thought everybody was locked in from the jump, and we played, the way we're supposed to be playing. That's moving the ball, playing great team defense, and everybody, looked good tonight.
What's up, Eric? This is Will from The Athletic. What did it take for you tonight just to get going compared to where you were the past few games? Was it something you had a mentality coming in that you wanted to do, or was it just the flow of the game?
No, it was definitely a mentality. We don't want to lose 2 games in a row. That's the biggest thing for us this year is, we come off a bad loss, try not to lose that second game. And for me, it was just more so my teammates and, coaches want me to be a little bit more selfish as far as on the offensive end. And that's scoring the ball. So, I thought I did a great job of attacking the rim, making the right play that, was there.
And my bad, just a quick follow-up. Is that an adjustment for you for them to kind of push you to be more and more aggressive, maybe even more than you were in Milwaukee?
Oh, no question. Being the veteran of the team, we definitely got to have somebody to, step up, on this team. We got 3 great offensive players in Zoe, Zion and Brandon, and myself. Sometimes I get caught up in when to score and when to try to get them in a rhythm. So like I said, the coach's teammates do a great job of reminding me to be aggressive.
Hey, Eric, this is Jim from Pelicans.com. Will's follow-up, kind of what was the exact direction I was going to go in terms of, it seemed like I know in the preseason game the coaches said that they wanted you to be more aggressive and that you were kind of deferring to the other scorers. I mean, do you feel like it's just gonna take a little time to figure that out as far as, when to shoot and how much to shoot and that kind of thing?
We'll take a game at a time. Some games, we win. I don't have to shoot on a lot of shots. Some games we, lose on have to, and I have to. So I just gotta play my game. Play the game. How it's supposed to be played the right way, and everything else will take care of itself.
Well, one quick follow-up. What did you think of the lineup that you guys had in the second quarter when you were able to get to the rim? It seemed like you had a lot of driving lanes and you were able to do a lot of damage as far as just going downhill during that part of the game.
With the second unit, I definitely got to be a little bit more aggressive as far as second the rim, because it's a couple of us out there that can really create our own shots. And, I definitely got to, suck the defense in and help everybody else out there, out. So with the second unit, I definitely got to, pick up the scoring a little bit.
Hey, Eric, Christian Clark with NOLA.com again. What was just your vantage point there late in the third quarter when Brandon got ejected? Just what did you kind of see in that play?
I just thought he made a great basketball play. He tried to, block a shot, but how the rules has changed over the years. It was unfortunate. So, me personally, I just thought he made a great basketball play.
Great. Thanks a lot, Bled.